Hey, you want to know something crazy? We just passed 100 million views. And you want to know something else crazy? 20 million of them were in the last 30 days. Wow. That means 20% of my entire 5 years on YouTube, as far as views go, happened in the last 30 days. That's insane. There's not much to show for today because it was a half day and I'd spent the day just editing Tuesday's stream. So I did mention yesterday I might take a few questions for the question of the day. So I guess that will be the majority of the content of today's vlog. Ekaran HJ says, have you ever considered hiring an editor to help you out? Even if it's just part-time, an editor could free you up to do more content and have more time with your family. That sounds great in theory, and yes, it is something I've considered, and it's actually something I've done. So when Rob he sort of interned here a bit before we made the app together, and then before he got a job, I actually hired him to pretty regularly edit my videos. And that was mainly because I had some huge projects going on at the time and I really needed the time. So yeah, at the end of the day, it was helpful, but I actually learned a really valuable lesson. And even though Rob is a good editor, he's not me. And that's the lesson I learned. I learned that a huge part of the communication style in a video actually comes through in the editing. And the way I express myself, aside from presenting a video, comes through in the editing. And I learned when I took control of the editing 100% again and really focused on it, that even the statistics showed that it was better and more engaging just because it was more me. So if anything, because of that experience, I've learned that I will not ever get another person to edit my channel's main content. There may be a few exceptions here and there, or a special guest or something like that, but I've realized that having each video entirely me in how it's presented and expressed is a huge part of what makes the videos more unique and successful as part of presenting myself. So I hope that answers your question. Niall Priest asks, will you create a new mural in your new studio? Yes, because one of the perks that different people can contribute to through different perks is to be a part of a new mural, which will mainly consist of people's names. And I plan on like painting some like art supplies and a few cool little visuals, but it will mostly be just like this big wall of names, which I'm so excited about, because when we first put the fundraiser forward, I thought there might be like, 30 names. There are gonna be like hundreds. It's just gonna be this wall packed full of love, which, I love that sort of thing. I am also, though, on the subject of murals, thinking about this, and I love this, and I'm not gonna get rid of this, but I am rethinking about how I might present most of my videos at some time in the future, mainly because of copyrighted characters. And with the channel getting bigger, that's not something I'm very excited about turning into an issue. So I am sort of thinking about how we can take things to the next level and not, use other people's IP. Siddles asks, what makes a good animated movie? Is it the animation, plot, or music more important? Good question. I think it's a balance. I think there are a lot of factors that if one of them falls short dramatically, the whole thing falls flat. So if you have great animation, a great story, and a great blah, 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 and the music is terrible or annoying, flop. But I think at the end of the day, if there was one thing that is the foundation of good animation to watch, it's the story. It's an engaging story. And that may be through how it's funny. For example, South Park hasn't got the best animation in the world because it's, super simple, but at the end of the day, it's super well presented in terms of its story and its comedy. So I think if something has great story and is engaging, that is the most important thing and the worst thing to get wrong. Athena Mizell says, my son is 13 and I'd like to get him into art, but is at the age of just wanting to play his Xbox and/or computer with his friends. I can't blame him, yet I have tried buying him sketchbooks and supplies and it holds his interest only for a short while. Any suggestions? Well, my opinion is, while I love art, and I think everyone should love art, not everyone does love art, and I do understand that there is this whole early teens thing of just playing with your friends and playing games and stuff, but I do also believe that there is something everyone is super passionate about. And while his thing may not be art and he may not gravitate towards those sketchbooks and stuff, it might be cars or music, and it may very well be Xbox and computer games. Like, it depends what gets them absolutely passionate, and I'd be interested as a parent in your position to sort of give them things to try, you know, like try different things. Again, everyone parents kids the different way, and I'm sure you're doing an amazing job, but I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, I would be really interested personally in seeing what fires them up and just sparks them and lights them up. And that's where I would be like, hey, maybe try this, you know, like, did he love a certain kind of an experience that he's been to in the past? Like, could there be something like that could be explored? So I do think art is great, and I think art can be entertaining and fun for a lot of people, but even as an artist, I think people like different stuff, and that's okay, that's cool. And if it's Xbox, he may be a professional Let's Play gamer, or, like, you know, competitive esports dude. Like, that's gonna be a thing. People will make careers out of that. Who knows? Let him explore it if it fires him up. That's just my opinion. And last but not least, Oliver Laws says, a song? Yes. A song. 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 A song.